And welcome and good evening. It is high school volleyball tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com as I'm Devin Kruger and we welcome you to the Station 371 pregame show for volleyball tonight as we've got the Pine River-Backus Tigers taking on the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Quite the matchup tonight. It is the second year in a row that these two teams have played. Bemidji, a Class 4A team in town to take on the PRB Tigers. Station 371 is your local Sonic station with everything you need for fueling up. Bait, tackle, don't forget your hunting and fishing license, and they're the only area fuel station with kerosene and off-road diesel. That's Station 371 in Pine River. Getting ready for volleyball tonight as Bemidji's in town taking on the PRB Tigers. During the pregame show, we'll give you some comparison. Not a lot of history between these two teams, of course, but we'll take you through some of the information coming in on them. We'll hear from both head coaches. We'll try to get those quickly, and we're set for, well, right now we're a little bit late. Bemidji won the B squad game 2-0, but we are ready for action tonight with the Tigers and the Lumberjacks. So we will take a break, and when we come back, we'll give you the team comparison as we get you set for volleyball tonight. It is PRB and Bemidji on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
And we welcome you back to our Station 371 pre-game show. Devin Kruger here with you as we get set for volleyball tonight. The Bemidji Lumberjacks come in as a Section 8 4A team. They are 7-4 on the season. Head coach Alicia Krenz is in her 7th year. Bemidji went 3-2 Saturday at the Hopkins Royals Invite without their best hitter, the future UMD Bulldog, 6-foot senior Molly Roop. So still going 3-2 at a really nice invite for them down in Hopkins. For the PRB Tigers, they're coming off a 3-0 win over Cass Lake Bena. And that was in sweep fashion, giving the Tigers their 10th win of the season. The Tigers coming in at 10-4. So the Tigers have a few more matches under their belt than the Lumberjacks coming into tonight's matchup. Last year, these two teams met for the first time since 2019. The Lumberjacks were able to get the sweep at their gym 3-0. We'll see if the Tigers can flip that script a little bit here on their home floor here in 2024. Last year, of course, in addition to Bemidji's 3-0 win, the Tigers, a state tournament team. Coach Krenz will have a little piece of that if you're wondering why a 4A school is taking on a 1A school. She'll dive into that here in just a little bit. For the PRB or for Bemidji last year, 15-15 was their season-ending record. but they found a way to make the Section 8 4A championship where they lost to Rogers. Both these teams will be back in action Thursday. We'll get to that as the night goes on. Right now, we're going to move along with the pregame show and chat with our head coaches. Up first, we'll chat with Alicia Krenz, head coach for Bemidji, and then a chat with Josh Hershey, head coach of the PRB Tigers. It's the Station 371 pregame show for high school volleyball tonight on yourliveevent.com.
Celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The PRB.
Welcome back to our Station 371 pregame show for volleyball tonight. Is now joining us is Alicia Krenz, head coach for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Coach, thank you so much for some time as we get ready for this exciting matchup in Pine River tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Coming in 7-4, and I love asking coaches this. It's halfway through the season. With the expectations for your team coming in, sitting at 7-4 coming into tonight's match, how would you summarize the season compared with the expectations coming in, Coach?
I'm happy with where we're at right now. We've pulled out some really good wins. We've been under the weather, so we've also changed up our lineup quite a few times, and have been without our big hitter for 6 matches now. So, but learning to play without her has been really awesome. We've seen some other people really step up and fill her shoes. So, I'm really happy with where we're at.
You were telling me that she was actually out for the big Royals invite down in Hopkins, which obviously gives you an opportunity to play some of those Twin Cities schools. So with her out of the lineup, going 3-2, what stood out to you?
Just Margie Anderson did a really nice job running her offense and just spreading the ball really, really well. I'd like to see that our middles really stepped up. We're very good at knowing when to run certain things in transition. Aurora Frank did an amazing job and hit really, really well during that tournament. And just overall, just our defensive effort too. We're usually pretty scrappy, but letting those other players like Aurora, like an Anna, get their kills was really great.
Obviously, you can take that into, putting together a more spread out offense. Obviously, we know that Roop is going to be, is going to be one of the studs. But when you look at your team overall, Alicia, when things are clicking, what do we see from your squad?
It looks very smooth. You see their excitement for each other. They're very good at just supporting each other even when things aren't going so great. But when we are on fire, man, like the defense, everything just flows. They know where each other is at. This group has played together for a long time together. A lot of them started in 3rd grade playing together. And so with a huge group of seniors like what I have, you're looking at just like they don't really need to say anything. They've played together for so long. They just know where each other's at and can feel each other's presence. So it's really cool when they're all clicking and all on the same page to see that.
In Pine River tonight, you had the Tigers on your schedule last year, which was the first time in a few years. You're a Class 4A school. I know sometimes you have to fill schedules. You get a team like PRB who's been to state back-to-back years. What is it like from your side of the net to have this matchup?
I love playing schools like Pine River. like you said, we're that 4A school, but we don't have a lot of opportunity to play other 4A schools because none of them want to come here. So when I look at my schedule and I'm trying to pick some more games, I'm picking these teams like Pine River that are good. They're going to state. They're constantly having crazy good defense, just somebody that's going to challenge my team. And so I've really enjoyed our opportunities when we've gotten to play Pine River.
You won the matchup last year in a 3-game sweep. What, if anything, did you revisit from last year in terms of looking for style, looking for tendencies, and kind of knowing what the Tigers bring to the table this year?
I think the big thing is their defense. So they're waiting for us to make a mistake, and that was our talk yesterday at practice. Was they're going to wait for us to make the mistake, and so what we need to do is just be super offensive, but also control the ball really well because they're going to pick up everything we throw at them. And so we need to work on finding those open spots, really making sure we're talking to our front row, and then just capitalize on any sort of free ball that we get.
Coach, again, excited to be here for this one tonight. We appreciate the time. Good luck to you and the Lumberjacks.
Thank you so much.
Alicia Krenz, the head coach for Bemidji, join us as we break. We've got more pregame for volleyball coming right up on KLKS Talk 100 and yourliveevent.com.
Coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
We are back on the Station 371 pregame show. As now joining us is Josh Hershey, head coach for the PRB Tigers. Bemidji's in town tonight. Exciting night here in Pine River. Coach, as always, appreciate the time before we get things rolling tonight.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. We're excited. Hopefully we can make a match of it.
Well, I know we'll talk about diving it in. You're coming off a win over Cass Lake Bena. You got win number 10 on the season. You're also coming off a tournament. Just at this point of the year, Josh, I know there's always the things to work on, but what are some things that you like what this Tigers team is doing so far?
I feel like we're getting better defensively, and the off-speed plays, the tips, all that kind of thing. We do a pretty good job of covering that kind of stuff. So we're still working on other parts of defense, but that's been a strength, I would say. And I mean, there's a lot of things we're working on the flip side of that, which is really just about consistency in every department.
With the win over Cass Lake Bena, I know that's a team that sometimes they're a program that has struggled getting some wins. So what did you try to focus on with your girls to play the Tiger way and maybe mix up some rotations?
Yeah, just be consistent. That was kind of the message, and we didn't want to show anybody up, so I was challenging them to serve to different spots and those kind of things. And yeah, we got plenty of girls playing time, so that was good. We maybe didn't play as clean as we hoped to in that last game, but, a lot of that being around bodies that you're not used to and whatnot. But it was, a good experience for the girls to get out there and get some time.
Bemidji's in town, a Class 4A team, and you played them last year, which was the first meeting in a few years. Getting a team like that on the schedule, when you do that, Josh, what initially is the hope of having a challenge like that on the schedule?
Yeah, just that. Have a good challenge, see teams that, all of a sudden we go back to playing in our section maybe aren't so scary that way, and so I just think that court time is, it's invaluable. And so, we just really appreciate them being willing to play us and willing to come here.
You lost to this team 3-0 last year. Obviously, the cycle of high school goes. What do you recall from what they run, what they like to do?
Yeah, well, the biggest thing I recall, and we just watched it a little bit the other night, we felt like we were okay up front, is just that in serve receive, you've got to be able to hang with them. And so I feel like they pushed us deep all night, pushed us around, quite frankly, in the back row, and that's where the game was won and lost. That's easy to say. They also got some good hitters, that's for sure. Rupp is unbelievable. So, but that's the biggest thing I remember, is just serve receive. We didn't hold up our end of the bargain, and therefore we really weren't in those games late.
Now, with that, what are some? Obviously, we know that that's a concentration point every match for the Tigers and what you teach for serve receive. If you can get strong play there, where do you think the Tigers need to attack to get the points on the board?
Yeah, just can't lose our mind. Great hitters don't just hit hard every time. We've got to be smart with our shots. We've worked on it a ton. Try to take some chances. Try to hit it off their hands. So those are things we've been working on probably more than ever in my tenure at PRB. I mean, we have spent enormous amounts of time trying to work on different shots and places on the floor, and so hopefully that starts to pay off.
At the end of everything, Josh, what are you hoping to see from your gals tonight?
We just talked about it. Sure be fun to be in a huddle and feel like we're in competitive games again where we're grinding and we're experiencing that fun. I told them I'm just no offense to how things have gone, but I don't feel like we've been at that level since summer, where we're against a really good team and we have that feel and we're grinding and everybody's kind of got a little bit of a grin on their face, and it's just fun, what high school volleyball is supposed to be all about. So I hope we can recapture that kind of a feel tonight.
Well, I know we're excited to be here for this one. As always, here on the home floor, Coach, good luck to you and the Tigers. As always, we appreciate the time, Josh.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks a lot.
Josh Hershey, head coach for the PRB Tigers. As we'll break, more pregame shows coming right up for volleyball tonight on KLKS Talk 100 and yourliveevent.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget moonlight bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget moonlight bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
And we welcome you back to our Station 371 pregame show. Devin Kruger here with you as we get set for Pine River-Backus and Bemidji. Let's take you through these starting lineups. First, for the Bemidji Lumberjacks, head coached by Alicia Krenz, 7-4 on the season. They will start 6-foot senior outside hitter Molly Roop, 5'8" sophomore outside hitter Nora Jacobson, 5'9" senior opposite hitter Sage Jovic, 5'11" senior middle blocker Anna Frenzel, 5'8" senior middle blocker Aurora Frank, 5'7" senior center Margie Anderson. The Lumberjacks run a 5'1", so she'll do pretty much all the setting. The libero for the Lumberjacks is 5'1" senior Sammy Nisler. Once again for the Lumberjacks, Roop, Jacobson, Jovic, Frenzel, Frank, and Margie Anderson with the libero Nisler. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers and head coach Josh Hershey, 10-4 on the season. For PRB, they will start senior Cassidy Bristow, junior Kaylee Johnson, junior Mimi Bukers, junior Ella Dahl, junior Callie Norman, junior Ariana Burns, and the libero for the Tigers is senior Caitlin Riley. Once again for PRB, Bristow, Johnson, Bukers, Dahl, Norman, Ariana Burns, and Riley. Those are your starting lineups for volleyball tonight. When we come back, we'll have our opening serve. It is high school volleyball. Bemidji and Pine River-Backus coming right up on yourliveevent.com.
is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
We are back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Devin Kruger here with you. Jester running the controls. Big thanks to him for hanging out here tonight with us. Bemidji with the gray jerseys with the dark navy blue shorts. Blue numbers and letters trimmed in white. Pine River-Backus to our right as we see it with the orange jerseys, black shorts, white numbers trimmed in black, black letters trimmed in white. One cool story, assistant coach for Bemidji, Jamie Schultz, when I was in Southeast Minnesota, covered her in Winona State women's basketball. So really, really cool to catch up with an old friend here tonight. But we're ready for volleyball as we wrap up the Station 371 pregame show. And Cassidy Bristow has the first serve deep, and it starts with an ace. Cassidy Bristow with an ace serve as we get underway tonight here in Pine River. That is a strong start. Coach Josh Hershey thought this could be a very, very strong serving team. They haven't quite come to fruition at that. Maybe that's the start. Here's a good pass. Anderson goes to the middle, and Roop puts it into the net. Tried to, at the last second, do a tap. And the Tigers on the home floor have a 2-0 advantage. Roop going to UMD, playing Northern Sun Volleyball, which is some of the best in the country for Division II. Roop will tap it. Coach Krenz did say she's been under the weather, did not play in the tournament. Now here's a shot, and that one is down. That one is tapped and good for a kill for Mimi Buchers in the middle. And a 3-0 start for the Tigers. Now here's the set. Roop, left side, off the blocker and down. Norman was at the net, but she wasn't right at the net. She was a little bit behind, and Roop was finally able to get a good power swing on that one and knock it down for Bemidji's first point. 3-1 Tigers over the Lumberjacks here in our opening set as the libero Nisler is doing the serving. Far sideline, Burns, nice pass, Johnson. Buchers will have to bump it over. Here's one of those opportunities Coach Krenz talked about. In the middle, shot blocked by the Tigers. Nisler, Roop from the 10-foot line, rolls it over. Bristow is there. Johnson sets middle. Here's the shot, picked up by Nisler. Roop again, left side, shot off of Bristow, down and good, and another kill for Molly Roop. 3-2 Tigers here in our opening set. Here's Nisler sending a sharp one to the back row to Bristow in the middle. That's going to be a double hit on Kaylee Johnson, and we're tied up at 3. Nisler holding serve for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Low serve and a great play by Caitlin Riley. Buchers off the tip, saved by Anderson. Nisler going to go to Roop again on that left side, and that one is in. Roop right on the back line as Nisler collects the assist, and that's 4 straight for the Lumberjacks as they take a 4-3 lead. Nisler, the libero in the blue jersey. Mid-court serve to Bristow. Here's the set, left side to Buchers. That one nicely picked up in the back row by Nora Jacobson. Roop again pops it over, but pushes it wide. And one of the things Coach Krenz told me about playing a Pine River-Backus team is that she told her team, she said it in the pregame interview, she told her team that they will wait for you to make the mistake. Here's another tough serve by Kaylee Johnson sent over. Can the Tigers use it? Johnson in the middle. Here's a shot off the net, picked up by Jacobson. Nisler hustles to it to the near side. Jovic, and that one through the block, and that one will be down for a kill for Bemidji. First kill for Jovic. Good hustle by Nisler to pick up the assist. 5 for Bemidji. Here's a jump serve, and that one is just past the back line, just a shade long by Francine Mamagai. A 5'3" senior. Service error. We're tied up again, 5 apiece. Substitution as Leah Eveland is in for Norman in the PRB lineup. Pretty solid crowd here. Good contingency making the trick from Bemidji as Leah Eveland jump serves it deep, backpedaling. Here's the set, right side, it's Roop. That one, Riley off the net. Nice scoop on the near side and put over by Buchers. Here comes Bemidji, and Roop has to tip it. That set was not where it should have been. Now left side, here's a shot, and that one too long. Tigers calling for the tip. There was no tip. That's a hitting error on Ella Dahl. 6-5 Bemidji. As back to serve is Jordan Pemberton, a 5'7" senior. Pemberton shoots it across. They go right side on the slide. Buchers, Pemberton pops it up. Nisler tracks it down. And Anderson's going to bump it deep. Bristow. Johnson comes left side. Here's the shot by Ella Dahl, and that one just past the back line. Another error. Both these teams having a few hitting errors, but they're not missing by a whole lot. Pine River-Backus scored the first 3. Bemidji now with a 7-5 lead. Here's a deep serve by Pemberton. Pine River-Backus, a free pass over. Anderson will go to the right side, and there is a shot. That one far too long. Just hit on a sharp line by Aurora Frank. Pine River-Backus gets the point at 7-6. Mimi Buchers to serve. Sends one deep. Mamagai. Pass off line and a free ball back to the Tigers. Riley, good pass. Here's the back set. Bristol's first swing. Far sideline. She misfires. 8-6 in favor of Bemidji. Here's the long serve by Frank, and the Tigers pop it over. Free chance here for Bemidji. Left side, here's a shot. Nicely popped up by Eveland on the attack by Jacobson. Now at the net, and that one falls. Boy, Ella Dahl thought it was going to come off the net. Didn't hit it at all, and Bemidji has a 3-point lead. 9-6. Left side, and a tough serve there by Frank. Here's Bristow, left side, cross court. Frank with a one-hander, but it's unable to be saved. Bristow gets her first kill. 9-7. Here's the serve from Ella Dahl. Here's from the back row. That one's going to be way too long. Tried to set up Pemberton in the back row. 9-8. And then Coach Josh Hershey talked about being able to have a great challenge here. Ella Dahl with the jump serve again. And that is an ace serve. Ella Dahl, we're tied up at 9. Now here's another jump serve from Dahl, and that one, that would have been deep, and Mamagai played it, and the third hit is going to fall short. Pine River-Backus scores 4 in a row. They take the lead 10-9. That was a mistake there by Francine Mamagai. That one was destined for past the back line, and she decided to play it. Not that it wasn't close, but that looked pretty clear it was going long. Here's another laser from Ella Dahl. Here's the shot over. Dig by Riley. Here's Bristow in the middle. Shot down and good. Coach Hershey likes it. 5 straight for the PRB Tigers. They have an 11-9 lead here in the opener. Dahl takes a breath right at the center of that service line. Veers right, jump serve, and a tough one. Pemberton there. Anderson goes to the middle. Here's the shot. Dig by Dahl on the attack by Frenzel. Ariana Burns cross court. Here's the step over, and that one off the net, and the Tigers can't save it. The center dump works that time for Margie Anderson as she collects a kill. 11-10, Pine River-Backus here in the opener. And Margie Anderson serving. Line serve to Riley. Bump set from Johnson. Bristow in the middle, over the blocker. Dig, good pass. Left side, here's the shot. Cross court, great dig by Eveland. Here's Ariana Burns near sideline, off of Anderson and down. Eveland with a tremendous dig, and then Ariana Burns puts it to the floor off of Anderson. 12-10 PRB. Substitution, Norman back in. Here's the high set, right side, and there's another outstanding dig by Riley. Well, Coach Krenz talked about the Tigers picking everything up, but then the bump by Norman carries out of bounds. Boy, that was almost another outstanding play, keeping it alive by the Tigers that went to the other side as Roop checks back in for Bemidji. I'm going to guess she's going to get the first set when they get a chance. But the Tigers' hitting error gives the side out to the Lumberjacks. Nora Jacobson serving it up. Left side, Norman. That one down and good. Callie Norman's first kill. And I think for both teams, you know, they want to work on depth, work on spreading things out on the attacks. I've seen the Tigers a couple times, and they can do that. For Bemidji, that was something with Rupp out sick over the weekend, as Coach Krenz talked about getting more girls involved, more girls swinging. Bristow with a short serve on the near side. Here's Roop, left side, shot, tip, picked up at the net, tapped across by Buchers. Here's the bump, now to the right side. Here's a shot that spins off the net and flies out of bounds. Sage Jovic tried to go cross court, and with the help of the net, it sails wide, and the Tigers have a 14-11 lead here in our opening set. Here's the set, left side, Roop. This one blocked, but out. Norman and Buchers were there. Roop crushed it, but it went off the blockers and out of bounds. Coach Hershey teaching a little bit there, as saying, you know, just get that hand turned in a little bit more. Try to deflect it straight down. Roop so powerful with that swing. Nisler to serve for Bemidji. She had a nice run here early in this set. 14-12, Tigers near side, and Buchers gets one off of Anderson and good. 4 different Tigers have a kill here in this first set. They lead 15-12. Here's the serve on the far side from Burns. Here's Roop, left side, cross court, dig by Dahl over the net. Roop, free ball, good night. No chance of that one. Outstanding job trying on the near side by Ella Dahl, but then a free ball for Roop, and she was not missing that one. 15-13. Tigers with the lead. Here's Mama Guy, and that one is deep. Mama Guy sends it long, 16-13. Tigers substitution as Eveland will come in for Norman. Eveland with the far side serve. Here's Anderson, right side shot off the net. Dig Eveland, backpedaling is Nisler. Anderson goes to Roop on the left side, off the net, and it lands in. 16-14. Coming in to serve is Pemberton. Pemberton standing way back from that service line. On the right side, jump serve deep to Eveland. High pass, Johnson in the middle. Buchers off the block. Got it. Coach Hershey talked about being smart with shots, and that's kind of where he's talking is Buchers went up, didn't put a ton of power, but instead just placed the shot off the side of the hand of the blocker and gets rewarded with the kill. Now Coach Hershey is going to just check his lineup. Just wanting to make sure that everything is good in terms of the rotation, so there's no violation. Mimi Buchers is back standing at the service line. Coaches can request that just to make sure they don't get a rotation violation. Of course, that'd be a point for the other squad. 17-14. As the official is still checking the scores table. Opening set, PRB led 3-0. Bemidji scored 9 of the next 12, led 9-6, then 5 straight for PRB. And now the battle is on. Buchers with the serve. Here's the set on the left side, blocked, picked up by Anderson. Nisler back to Jacobson, and a dig by Eladal. Johnson to the middle. Bristow puts it blocked, picked up by Johnson. Bristow goes to Norman. Norman will send it deep corner. Pemberton lunging out of bounds. Anderson to Jacobson. She'll send it deep. Johnson comes left side. It's Eladal cross court and deep. Pemberton picks it up. Good high pass. Anderson to Jacobson. Left side. Dig by Riley. Eclipsed 1,000 digs this year. Here's one off the tip. Nisler picks it up. Jacobson again from the left side. The tap. Bristow's there. Bristow gets the set right at the net. Finger rolls it over. Free ball near side and tapped out of bounds by Eladal. Boy, a good rally and an unfortunate mistake by either. I mean, that one ending on an error for either side would have kind of been a bummer. Ends up being a point for the Lumberjacks. 17-15 in favor of PRB. Strong serve, tough serve by Aurora Frank. Tigers, and that's going to be a double hit as Bristow and Riley nearly collide. Now it's 17-16 here in the first set. Aurora Frank back to serve. Sent a sharp liner. That's an ace off of Eveland. That's 3 straight for Bemidji, and Coach Josh Hershey is going to take a timeout. We will do the same. Opening set here tonight for high school volleyball. It is 17-all here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Just as Aurora Frank sends the serve over. Bemidji tying this one at 17, and the Tigers quickly get one back as out of the timeout they go to Cassidy Bristow on the left side, and she pounds one down to the floor. 18-17. In favor of the PRB Tigers. Eladal, tough jump serve. Here's the set, left side, Jacobson, and that one is out. Boy, that one didn't miss by a whole lot either. Back to serve Eladal with that jump serve. That one's going to be too far. Back to a one-point game, 19-18. And here's the set. Bristow, middle, off the tip. Nistler with a great save. And Anderson bumps it across. Here's the set in the middle. Bristow again off the tip. Nistler, another great dig. Pemberton up and shot across by Anderson. Here's Ariana Burns, left side. Rolls middle. Got it. Big point there for the PRB Tigers. 20-18. And here's the serve. And that one wide of the mark, Kaylee Johnson. Service error, 2019. This is definitely one of those matches. A good challenge either way. As here's the serve from Jacobson. Here's the right side attack. That one blocked but out of bounds. Went hard off of Frenzel, but the kill on the right side for Bristow, her fourth of the set. 21-19 in favor of the PRB Tigers. And here's the shot. That one into the net. 22-19. As we welcome the audience on KLKS Talk 100, Devin Kruger here with you. Pine River-Backus Volleyball featured tonight against Bemidji. Here's Molly Roop. Shot blocked at the net. Roop picks it up from the back row. Jacobson just over the net. Burns. Johnson to the middle. Buchers shot. That one down and good. Mimi Buchers with a fourth kill of the first set. Timeout Bemidji. 23-19, Pine River-Backus leading. This is set one. We have a timeout on the floor. This is high school volleyball in our opening set here on yourliveevent.com.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at Schrupp.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371.
Coming back in, and boy, out of the timeout, 23-20, Coach Josh Hershey sent in senior Raina Hannikin to serve. She tried a very short teardrop serve, and it was too short. 23-20. And here comes Bemidji. Right, left side, shot, got it. Mimi Buchers, her fifth kill tonight. Mimi, who missed some time with an illness, alive and well here in this one, as Pine River-Backus has set point 24-20. Here's the send-over. Anderson, left side, Roop, shot, tipped at the net, Bristow. Johnson to the left side, it's Elladall, cross court, Roop pops it up. Anderson to the near side and a shot, and that one is out. Boy, that looked really good. That one looked like it might have hit the line, but they're going to say out on Jovic, and Pine River-Backus takes the opening set 25-20. 25-20. We'll take a break. It is Pine River-Backus 1 and Bemidji 0. Tigers take the first set on the home floor here on yourliveevent.com.
At 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect.
And YourLiveEvent.com. Devin Kruger here with you. Set one goes to Pine River-Backus 25-20. 6 ties, 2 lead changes in the opening set. Serving-wise, because I was working through some things, I don't think my serving is very accurate. I did have Pine River-Backus with a single ace in the first set. They might have had 2. Bemidji had 1 error. I did not have them for an ace. 12 assists for Kaylee Johnson for the Tigers. 5 kills for Mimi Buchers. 4 kills for Cassidy Bristow. Molly Roop, 6 kills for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Bemidji will get the opening serve for set number 2. And here it is from Jordan Pemberton, and it's wide of the mark. And set 2 starts with a service error. And Pine River-Backus gets the first point. PRB Volleyball tonight on KLKS, brought to you by Plumbing Etc. in Pine River, Barnum's Pine River Napa, and Laco Heating and Air in Pine River, along with all the great advertisers you'll hear throughout. Caitlin Riley did not serve in the first set. Rifles one across here in set 2. Here's a shot by Roop. That one down and good. And a quick tie at 1 here in set number 2 here on KLKS, Pequot Lakes, Pine River-Backus. As it's 1-1, Nisler serving. Here's the set left side. It's Buchers. Here's the quick set. The shot at the net, tipped across by Bemidji, and Aurora Frank puts it off the Tigers and down for a point. 2-1 Lumberjacks. Here's the shot across. Here's the tap. Boy, tap by Norman, and a nice pickup there. Here's the set in the middle. Here's another tap. Roop is there. Roop to the left side. Shot. That one down and good. 3-1 Bemidji here in set number 2. And the serve by Nisler. Here's the set in the middle. Shot, dig by Pemberton. Roop, left side with a tap. Right there is Johnson. Norman with the set in the middle. Shot by Buchers. Anderson picks it up. Nisler, and it's bumped high and across by Jovic. Johnson sets right side. Norman off the net. That's going to be 4 hits. (4-1) Bemidji after Pine River-Backus took the first set 25-20. Nisler set to serve again. Deep shot to Bristow. Tough serve. Here's Riley from the back row. Nice dive by Pemberton at the net. Here's a shot down and good. Coach Kranz pumped up as Anderson with the quick set. No blockers there, and Aurora Frank gets her first crushing blow of the game. 5 straight for the Lumberjacks. And it's 5-1 Bemidji. Pine River-Backus leading 1-0 in the match. Here's Roop, left side, hard off the blockers. Bemidji playing a little bit more intense, and that's going to be a double hit on Kaylee Johnson. (6-1) Bemidji. Bemidji had an early run like this in set 1. Tigers battled back. Here's Buchers with a rollover, and we're going to have Bemidji in the net. First net call we've had tonight, as Buchers will get credit for her 6th kill. Back to serve Ariana Burns. Sends one to midcourt. Pemberton, nice play. Anderson backpedaling. Boy, I thought that was a double hit. Didn't matter. The set was nowhere near in a spot that Jovic could do something with it. Burns sends it up again. Another midcourt serve. Nisler this time. Anderson, Roop, left side. She'll tap it, and Bristow right there for the coverage. Here's Ella Dahl. She'll tap on the near side. Nisler with the high bump. Roop winds, fires off the blocker. Saved back over to the Lumberjacks. Roop again, and that time she found an empty spot. 7-3 in favor of Bemidji. Substitutes Mamagai comes back in for Bemidji. She's back to serve. Lumberjacks with a 7-3 lead here in set 2. And that's going to be near an ace serve. Outstanding job. Ella Dahl and Bristow. Center dump. Diving in is Johnson at the net. Free ball tapped, and the Tigers were in the net. As Aurora Frank will get the kill. 8-3 timeout coming for Josh Hershey and Pine River-Backus. Set number 2. Bemidji leading 8-3. The Tigers have the lead, winning the first match 25-20. We will break and be right back on yourliveevent.com.
What do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
8-3 Bemidji here in set number 2. Tigers lead 1-0 in this match. Non-conference, non-section. Bemidji out of section 8 4A. Pine River-Backus in section 5A. Mamagai is back behind the service line again for the Lumberjacks. Standing on that right side, here's the running jump serve, deep right to the back line. Bristow plays it. Riley tracks it down. Good job getting it to a spot where Johnson can put it over. Anderson sets left side for Roop. She punches it deep. Riley off her shoulder. Johnson left side for Dahl, off the blocker. Picked up at the net by Frank, but they're going to call Anderson for touching the net as she turned around. That was after the nice save by Frank. 8-4. Back with the, 8-4, back to serve Leah Eveland. Sharp serve to Nisler. Anderson, Roop, near side. Riley somehow picked that off the deck. Quick set in the middle, spun off the deck, spun off the net, and down for Aurora Frank. Caitlin Riley with a magnificent dig, but Bemidji gets the point. Jacobson in for Pemberton. Jacobson into that front row. Back to serve is Roop. Did not serve in the first set. Low pass. Here is the shot by Riley. Dug on the near side, Mamagai. Here's the bump across by Roop. Here come the Tigers. Johnson, left side, Dahl, tipped and blocked. First ace block tonight belongs to Margie Anderson. 10-4 Bemidji. Tigers 10-4 coming in. Lumberjacks 7-4. Here's the serve by Roop in the middle. Buchers winds up, blocked at the net. Johnson pushes cross court. Here's the shot, tipped at the net, dug out by Johnson. Bristow, Dahl, and she changes course and bumps it across. Anderson dumps, and it's perfect. Margie Anderson gets her second kill. – 11-4 Jacks. 7-point lead. Roop serves it again. No surprise, tough server. Buchers off the tip. Nisler picks it up, left side. Jacobson deep. Nice dig by Bristow and a beauty of a pass. Here's Buchers near side. Dig by up. They're going to call Bemidji in the net. Aurora Frank, the guilty party. Buchers with 7 kills, leading the Tigers tonight. Mimi Buchers with the serve. Here's Jacobson, blocked at the net, picked up by Nisler. Roop keeps it alive, and no communication there by Bemidji. Couple of gals looked at it. See, 11-6 as Buchers serves again. Sends just a floater to midcourt. Anderson, quick jump set, shot, tipped at the net by Bristow. Great timing. Bristow back the other way. That one blocked. Nora Jacobson with the rejection. 12-6. Bemidji leading. There's the tough serve, and Tigers scramble. Bristow able to get it cleared. Here's the set for Jacobson on that left side. That one tipped by the Tigers, smacked back over. Tigers thought maybe a 4-hit call. Here's Bristow, and she finds an empty back line. Bristow's 6th kill, 12-7. Back into the front row, Callie Norman. Ella Dahl heads back to serve for PRB. Tigers won the first set, 25-20. Dahl, tough serve to Roop, Here's a tip, and it's short. One of the few sets we've seen for Anna Frenzel tonight. Tigers have scored 4 of the last 5. They're back within 4. It's 12-8. Here's the jump serve from Dahl, deep to Mamagai. The bump set, Jacobson into the net. Tigers within 3. Was seeing it looked like Coach Krenz was walking towards the official. Instead, she sits down next to her assistant. Dahl with a deep jump serve. Nisler right towards the back line. Had to play it. Here's the shot by Roop. Dig by Riley. Johnson to the middle. Bristow with a tap near side. Anderson's there. Nisler the bump. Roop going from the back row. And that one off of a diving Riley and good. The libero Nisler picking up her 3rd assist of the evening. Anderson to serve. Popped up Tigers out of system, dump it over on a free ball. Here's Roop again from the back row off of Nisler. This time Riley a clean pass. Johnson to Bristol in the middle, smashes it into the net. 14-9 Jacks here in set 2. Back to serve, Margie Anderson. Pass by Buchers. Tigers unable to get a clean pass, a clean offensive set. Here's the right side shot. That one digged by Elidol, and Johnson into the net and a double hit. 15-9. Here's the serve by Anderson again. Tigers will go Riley back row and too deep. Tigers unable to get in any system with Anderson, and Coach Hershey has seen enough. He's going to break and try to regroup things. Bemidji trying to take control here in set 2. They lead it 16-9. Tigers lead the match 1-0. You're tuned in to high school volleyball tonight on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
Back in action. Tigers free ball it over. Jacobson and a shot. Boy, Riley went for it, and she did nick it off of Jacobson's attack. Jacobson will get the kill. That one looked like it was destined for out of bounds. PRB just not in sync. And they are having some trouble with the serving of the senior setter, Margie Anderson, in this second set. Here's another hard line serve to Buchers, and that one is tracked Elidol, not even close. Coach Hershey going to make the change. 18-9 as Coach Hershey very, very big on serve receive. Most volleyball coaches are. And the Tigers just have not been clean. Here's another frill, and not even a free pass over. Third hit into the net. And Bemidji now rolling here in set 2, 19-9, looking to even things up. Tigers won the first set. And that is an ace serve by Margie Anderson. Anderson has taken control. Substitution for the Tigers, Aubrey Wirtz, a sophomore, going to come in and head into the back row. Here's Anderson. She goes right after Wirtz. That pass is online. Left side, Burns too deep. Bemidji has 8 kills in this second set. And the Tigers have given them a lot of points. Here's a tough serve again, and the third hit, and that one's going to go over. Tap down. Tigers keep it alive. Riley to Burns, and this one rolls off the top. Was it tipped? And no, it was not. It was last touched by the Tigers. 22-9. All Bemidji here in set 2. Tigers really struggling to get some consistency. Margie Anderson, Coach Hershey asking about the illegal attack call that they eventually called on Burns. Burns will set. Bristow will pop it over near sideline. Anderson, good play. Jacobson into the net, and the Tigers finally snap a 10-point run by the Lumberjacks. Bemidji up 22-10 as Norman heads into the front row for PRB. Callie Johnson back to serve. Johnson right on that right side sends a sharp liner to Nisler. Anderson goes middle, shot high off the blocker and good. That's a kill for Frenzel. Bemidji won this match last year 3-0. Tigers with a 1-0 lead here tonight. Pemberton will come in for Jacobson. Pemberton back to serve. On that right side, has that running jump serve, this time just a knuckleball. Here's Bristow on the right side, off the tip. Nisler is there for the cover. They go to Roop. Roop left side, blocked! And the Tigers can finally celebrate a big block on the big hitter. Bristow gets the rejection, 23-11. Hello. Just had a, thought it was like a little fly or something, fly right onto my microphone. Threw me off a second. Bristow with the serve for the Tigers. Here's the set. Roop, left side, got it this time. Right past the blockers and a laser to the back row. Set point Bemidji as they try to square things up tonight here in Pine River. Tigers taking the first set, but Bemidji took control fairly early in the second set and trying to not lose their grip. Here's a shot in the middle by Norman. Dive by Nisler. Anderson comes near side. Here's the shot across. That one's going to be down and good for Sage Jovic. And Bemidji takes set two handily, 25-11. We'll play at least 4 here tonight as we're squared up at 1. It is high school volleyball. We'll be right back to recap the second, and it's on to set 3 after this on yourliveevent.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people.
Back with you here at Pine River-Backus High School on yourliveevent.com. Devin Kruger with you tonight as we are knotted up at 1 set each. 25-20 Pine River-Backus in game 1, 25-11 Bemidji in game 2. Set 1, Pine River-Backus again was picking the things up off the floor. They were getting some decent shots. Set 2, a lot of issues with serve receive. The Tigers just could not consistently get some offense going where they had good opportunities to swing at the net. Bemidji was able to take advantage. Margie Anderson really tough from the service line in set number 2. as Bemidji, after falling back 1-0, scored 6 straight points and didn't really look back. They led 6-1, pushed it to 11-4, had a 10-point run, a 10-0 run that took a 12-9 lead to 22-9, and Bemidji closed it out quickly, 25-11. So on to set 3, knotted up at 1. Again, Bemidji won by a sweep last year. The only other meeting, 2019, when River-Backus won 3-2. Here's Roop, and she is blocked, and it is in. Callie Norman and Mimi Bukers with a combined block, and that's a very good way to start set 3 for the PRB Tigers. Cassidy Bristow has an ace serve tonight. She's back behind the line again. Sends this one too deep. That one didn't miss by, I think, as much as Bemidji thought it was going to miss by, but it still was wide of the line. And it's 1-1. Nisler back to serve for the Lumberjacks. Nisler, short line serve. Riley, good pass in the middle. It's Norman into the net. Bemidji takes a 2-1 lead. That's where, if you're Coach Hershey, when you're going up against a team that won handily, can't give them those freebies. Got to make sure it's good contact. If they block it, they block it. Nisler with another tough serve at the net. Tipped over. Burns pushes it deep to Pemberton. Good body control there. Here's a shot by Frank. Tipped up Johnson, and then Bristow. Pushed back to the Jacks. Roop on the left side. Shot off of Burns. Outstanding play, Ariana Burns. And Johnson bumps it across. Anderson to the right side. Here's a shot by Jovic, and it is out. Missed the sideline by just a few inches. That's a great point there for PRB. We're tied up at 2. Back to serve is Ariana Burns. Jacks, Rupp in the middle. Picked up by Johnson. Norman backpedaling. Dahl back row to Pemberton. Quick set, middle, shot. Frank got it. Aurora Frank, 5'8" senior. 4th kill tonight. Mama Guy back in to serve for the Jacks. Mama Guy on that right side with the jump serve near sideline to Bristow. Here's the set on the left side, cross court, and that one on the line. Both the platform official and line judge called that one as well, as Ella Dahl gets her first kill of the night. 3-3. First set we had 6 ties and 2 lead changes. We only had 1 tie and the 1 lead change in set 2. Leah Eveland back to serve. River-Backus already looking much more themselves here in set 3. Here's the free ball at the net. Shot, Bukers down and good. Bukers with her 7th kill tonight. Excuse me, make that 8th. Tigers grab a 4-3 lead. Good job executing on the free ball by Mimi Bukers. Here's the jump serve by Evelyn, far sideline, and that one well out of line. Free point back to the Jacks. They've been tied at 1, 2, 3, and 4 so far. Jacobson in, Pemberton out. Roop to serve. Roop on that right side with the jump serve. Good pass, Bristow. Johnson in the middle. Bukers swings near side on the stripe. Mama Guy let it go. I don't know if she really had much of a play on it anyway. 5-4 Tigers. Tigers back in action Thursday at Black Duck, who are both 3-0 in conference play. Anderson sets up right side. Nice dig by Riley. Johnson, left side, Dahl, and she swings a little late, puts it into the net. And then River-Backus goes to Staples Motley for their homecoming. Volleyball plays at 1 in the afternoon. Then football in the evening. We have the football game for you on Cash 95.9. Here's a serve, and that one well wide by Aurora Frank. And the service error back to PRB. 6-5 Tigers here in set 3. Match tied at 1. Ella Dahl back to serve. Dahl with that jump serve deep, and an ace. Mama Guy let it go, and that one just dove inside. That was a full ball inside the line. And an ace serve for Ella Dahl. 7-5 Tigers. Dahl goes after Mama Guy. Good pass. Anderson tips it over. 2 Tigers go after it. Here's Burns left side. Sends it deep to Mama Guy. Anderson, back row, Roop, dig by Buchers. Johnson at the net, and that's going to be a violation reaching over the net by Frenzel, and she knew it. As soon as that whistle blew, she knew she went too far over the net. And when you're a lot taller like she is versus Callie Johnson, it's an easy mistake to have. Dahl serves it, Tigers by 3. Roop plays it. Roop from the back row rolls it into the net. 4 straight for PRB. They lead at 9-5. Coach Krenz wants a timeout. The battle is on here in Pine River. Pine River-Backus leading 9-5. We are in set 3. We're tied up at 1 each. And we've got more volleyball for you right after this on yourliveevent.com.
Viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area.
This year, Schrupp
Devin Kruger back with you. Jester at the controls on yourliveevent.com. Pine River-Backus with a 9-5 lead here in set 3. We're tied up at 1 in the match. Ella Dahl, and out of the timeout, an ace serve, Ella Dahl. Coach Krenz in her huddle, I was able to catch a little bit, was telling her girls to go after everything. Don't slack off. Don't be lazy. And it wasn't necessarily that she thinks they are. It's every ounce of effort. Here's Roop with a tip. Tigers have a free ball. Left side, Burns shoots it inside the blocker and good. That set wasn't in the best spot, and Burns made the most of it. 6 straight for the Tigers. They lead at 11-5. One thing I've said, like all the years I've been up in this area covering PRB volleyball, is no teams work harder than Coach Hershey's crew. Here's the jump serve by Dahl, and that one misses the mark. Boy, she was on fire. Just missed the far sideline. Mama Guy out, Jovic in for Bemidji. Anderson back to serve, and she was really tough in set 2. See if the Tigers can get her off the service line. Riley from the back row, and it's too deep. Very good court awareness there by Molly Roop. Watched that one the whole way, stayed close just in case she had to reach out. Let it fall to the deck. Anderson to Riley again. Here's the set in the middle. Bristow hammers it off the block and good. Well, if you're the Tigers, you like seeing that. Get Margie Anderson off of that service line. Norman to the front row. Eveland to take a seat. Kaylee Johnson back to serve. On the right side, sharp line serve. Nissler, what a pass. In the middle, shot, dig by Riley. Up in the air, Ella Dahl with a soft set. Nissler will bump it. Roop in the back row, into the net. 13-7, and you can tell, Roop again. Roop's just back from an illness. I was told she's not 100%, and I don't know if that's contributing to it, but you can see the timing's been off on a few of those hits. Johnson goes near sideline, sent it wide. Pemberton in, Jacobson out. Pemberton back to serve for Lumberjacks. On that right side, sends it deep, Burns backpedaling. Johnson goes left side to Norman. Shot. Nice dig by Anderson. Norman put a good charge into it. Here's a shot over. Picked up by Johnson. Bristow, 10-foot line, sends it over. Near side. Out. 13-9. PRB. The match tied at 1 each. Pemberton back to serve it up. On that right side. And it goes to Burns. Riley with the bump set. Norman taps. Picked up Anderson. Nisler. Roop. Just inside the 10-foot line. Puts it into the net. Tigers able to feed. Bemidji only has 1 kill in this set. Pine River-Backus with 5. Both teams, again, kind of feasting on the mistakes and miscues of the other team. Here's Bristow. Sharp serve. Oh, a good play by Anderson. Left side by Jovic. Picked up by the Tigers. Left side. Burns shot through the block. Got it. Ariana Burns putting some power in it. 4th kill tonight for Burns. 15-9 Pine River-Backus. Back to serve Bristow. On that right side, goes sideline to Roop. Good pass. Back to Roop in the middle. Shot. Dig by Dahl. Buchers, and that'll be a double hit called on Mimi Buchers. Coach Hershey doesn't like that. As you know, it's a hustle play, but unable to get it cleanly. And ends up being a free point to Bemidji. Nisler serving on the left side, midcourt. Johnson, left side, Buchers. Buchers off the block and good. Buchers doesn't always hit it with a ton of power, and it's actually throws off the blockers a tad as that one just lightly tapped off of Jovic. Jovic with a frustrated look as she couldn't pick that one up. Went off the side of her hand. Buchers with 10 kills tonight. And Burns back to serve. Tigers up 16-10 at the net. And into the net was Anderson. Couldn't keep her balance. PRB up 7. Tigers won the first 25-20. Bemidji won the second handily 25-11. Now the Tigers up 17-10 here in the third. Sharp serve by Burns. Anderson going to Roop. Left side. Dig by Ella Dahl. Read it beautifully. She'll get the set on the left side. Swing. Count it. Ella Dahl hasn't had a whole lot of big swings. Gets a good one there. Timeout Bemidji. Third set. PRB leads by 8. It's 18-10. And it's 1-1 in the match. It's PRB. It's Bemidji. It's high school volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time. Serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Ariana Burns serves it up out of the timeout. Tigers with an 8-point lead. Here's Roop, tipped at the net, picked up by the Tigers, tipped down, and almost saved by Johnson. What a great hustle, but a tipped down kill there for Aurora Frank. 18-11. Bemidji has already spent both of their timeouts here for set number 3. Mamagai back to serve. On the right side, diving, good job by Burns. Here's Buchers, deep shot, Pemberton. Anderson, Mamagai, free ball back to the Tigers. Burns, good high pass. The back set, Norman right side off the tip. Nisler with the dig. Roop left side, crushes it down and good. 18-12 PRB. Mamagai to serve it up again. Good battle tonight. Here's Riley, passes off the mark. Johnson will steer it across. Anderson, she's going to go to the right side to Frank, off the tip, down good. Aurora Frank, her 6th kill. 3 straight for the Jacks after the timeout, 18-13. Bemidji trying to make the comeback here in set 3. Mama Guy on that right side, mid-court serve. Here's a set in the middle. Bucher's shot off the blocker. Nissler down to her knees, digs it out. Roop left side, shot, and a dig by Burns. Johnson to the left side. Dahl back deep to Pemberton. Anderson tips it across. Burns right there for the coverage. Johnson goes middle. Bucher's off the net. Picked up. Nissler with a great dig. Roop on the left side. Back. Burns keeps it alive. And Bucher's rolls it over. Anderson, the quick set, right side. Frank, dig by Riley, almost coming up to us. I got it. Oh, maybe not. But Aurora Frank with the kill. That was a great rally. Bemidji with the point, 18-14. That's fun volleyball right there. Mama Guy holds serve. The lead is down to 4. Deep serve right at the net. Johnson one-hands it, tipped over by Buchers. Read by Mama Guy. Here's Roop, left side. Dig by Burns, up to the rafters. Bristow calls for it. Buchers with a slap across. Anderson, right side for Frank, and that set was too far outside the post, and the Tigers catch a break on a Bemidji blunder, and it's 19-14. And a rare blunder by the senior setter, Anderson. 19-14, tied up at 1 each here in this matchup. Eveland serving. Strong serve to Nissler. What a pass. Anderson at the net. Roop, right side. Dig by Riley. And miscommunication. That one stings a little bit. Riley with an amazing dig, and then miscommunication allows the ball to fall. Point Bemidji, 19-15. Jacobson returns to the front row for the Jacks. Roop back to serve. Sends a sharp liner to Evelyn. Flat pass. Johnson. Good job just to keep it alive. Lumberjacks can set it up. Pass wasn't in a great spot. Jacobson lines it up deep. Riley's there. Buchers with the set. Dahl left side off the tip. Anderson will go middle. Frank, the tip. Covered by Johnson. Buchers. Dahl on the left side. Flat-footed. Anderson. Roop from the back row. That one dug by Riley. Johnson to the middle. Buchers near side. Dig Mama Guy. Anderson shoots it deep corner, and a beautiful spot for Margie Anderson. 3rd kill for the setter. It is a 6-1 run for Bemidji. The gap is down to 3. Tigers led by 8 at 18-10. Now it's 19-16 as Roop back to serve. With the sharp liner and the pass off the net. Johnson is there, but nobody to put it over, and Coach Josh Hershey quickly turns and calls timeout. Bemidji back within 2, and we got ourselves a match. 19-17, PRB leading. We're in set 3, all tied up at 1. This is high school volleyball on YourLiveEvent.com.
Tonight at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievement and on the court with our senior spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub.
We are back as Roop serves it over for Bemidji. Tigers free ball it over. The Jacks, a chance to give them within 1. Dig by Eveland. Johnson. Bristow deep. 19-18. It's an 8-1 Lumberjacks run. Pine River-Backus has 1 timeout remaining. Bemidji does not. Bemidji's second timeout was when the Tigers took an 18-10 lead. Now the script has flipped. Rube, Eveland, free ball at the net, and Jacobson. That was a little farther back than she anticipated, a little higher, and it threw off her timing as she tapped it into the net. That's a break for the Tigers, 20-18. Buchers to serve. Short line serve. Roop with the pass. Anderson, right side. Frank into the net. Back-to-back hitting errors on Bemidji, and the Tigers lead 21-18. Buchers having a strong night for the Tigers. Sends a serve too long. Sorry, Mimi, announcer Jinx. She is still having a strong night, but say it and then serves it deep. 21-19. Aurora Frank to serve. Her only attempt this set was an error. This time hard liner to Eveland. Johnson, the high set. Bristow times it just inside the antenna. Roop with a nice dig. Jacobson on the left side. Over and dug out by Eveland. Johnson goes middle. Bristow off the tip. Roop is there to cover. Roop from the back row. Shot off of Eveland and good. 21-20 PRB here in set 3. Frank back to serve again. Left side, sharp line. Tigers cannot set up the offense. They have to just pop it over. Chance for the Jacks to tie. Anderson, left side. Ferns, it's blocked by the Tigers by Frenzen. Here's the tip. Johnson, left side. Dahl swings, tipped at the net. Picked up. Here's the set to Jacobson on the left side. Off the tip. Save Buchers. Good reaction time. Ella Dahl will bump it over short. Anderson, Roop from the back row. Dug out Riley. Over. Roop steers it clear. And it's going to be Frank sending it over. Tigers with a chance here. Johnson, right side on the slide for Bristow. And that one dug out. Tigers wanted a lift. They won't get it. Here's the bump. Bristow with a short pop. And it is popped back over on the dive by Frank. Here's Dahl on the left side. Blocked by Frenzel. And what a play. What a rally. Both teams with sensational reaction time. And Anna Frenzel with the ace block ties us at 21. Whew. Wow. Frenzel at 5'11". Got all of that one. Frank with the line drive serve. Here's the set. Bristow off the tip. Tipped by Jacobson, down and good. That was a good answer there by Pine River-Backus. Burns into the front row. Dahl back to serve. And Coach Josh Hershey, after taking the lead, is going to take a timeout here. Coach Hershey's been at this a long time, and with a 22-21 lead, I think this is all about strategy. We'll keep it here. 22-21. Pine River-Backus leads in set 3. Set 1 went to the Tigers 25-20. Set 2 to Bemidji 25-11. This one, 6 ties, 2 lead changes. Same as we saw in set 1. Tigers just got the side out. Coach Josh Hershey with Ella Dahl heading back to serve. She is a tough server. She has an ace tonight. I think Coach Hershey was just, hey, here's the plan. Ella, here's what we want you to do on the serve. Here's what we need to be looking for. Here's where we anticipate they're going to go. Roop is in the back row. Now, she's had plenty of serves in that, or sets in the back row, but not near as effective to this point in attacks from the back row. So I think the Tigers, they want to close this game out. They want to do it with Roop in the back row. Coming out of the timeout, Caitlin Riley's in for Buchers into the back row. Ella Dahl to serve. Dahl line drives it to Mama Guy. Here's Jacobson, and Roop will free pass it over. Tigers with a great opportunity here. Johnson to the left side. It's Burns with the tap. It's good. Burns with the little tapper over the blockers. 23-21 PRB. One of those smart shots I think Coach Hershey's talking about. Dahl ready. Fires near side to Nisler. Anderson looking for Roop. It's another free pass over. Can the Tigers use it again? No, they can't. At the net, the pass did not allow Johnson to get any clean connection to it, and the Tigers give away the opportunity. Point Bemidji, 23-22 Tigers. Coach Hershey talked about, and I didn't look close enough, he talked about in the pregame about having a challenge when you're just grinding and you're in the huddle grinning with a challenge. Jacobson serves. Here in the middle, Bristow blocked. Frenzel and Jacobson combined for the block, and we are tied at 23 here in the third. Big time block there. Anderson back to serve. Here's the set. In the middle, Bristow through the block, and this time she powered it through. Set point, Tigers, 24-23. Norman into the front row for Eveland. Back to serve, Callie Johnson. Johnson on that right side. Sharp liner to Roop. Anderson to the middle, Frenzel, and that one is out. Frenzel missed it, and Pine River-Backus takes set 3, 25-23. The Tigers now lead the match 2-1. We will head to the fourth. This is fun. This is high school volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Back with you on yourliveevent.com. Devin Kruger here with you as the PRB Tigers lead the Bemidji Lumberjacks 2-1 now with the match. Couple of finals. Crosby Ironton got the sweep at Aiken tonight. Pequot Lakes a sweep on the road at Piers. And here for set number 3, Bemidji 22 of 23 from the service line. Pine River-Backus 20 of 24 with 4 aces. So the Tigers take game 1, Lumberjacks take game 2, Tigers take game 3. There were, again, 6 ties, 2 lead changes in that third set. Tigers were up after a 6-point run, 11-5. Bemidji cut it just a little bit to 13-9. Then the Tigers scored 5 of the next 6. Pine River-Backus led 18-10. But Bemidji would not be denied. An 8-1 run closed the gap to 19-18. And then with 3 straight points, Bemidji tied it at 21. But then back-to-back hitting errors gave the Tigers the 23-21 lead. And they were able to close it out 25-23. So now we go to set 4. Tigers will have Riley back in the back row. Nissler will head in the back to replace Frank for Bemidji. Bemidji 7-4, Pine River-Backus 10-4. Bemidji heads to Duluth East on Thursday. Pine River-Backus heads to Blackduck, where both teams are 3-0 in the conference. Blackduck is off tonight. Jordan Pemberton will start the serving for Bemidji in set 4. From that right side, sends a high floater and sends it long. Pine River-Backus gets the first point. The Tigers have scored first in all 4 sets so far tonight. Ariana Burns set to serve, 4 for 4 in the third set. 7 for 7 overall, but I think my count is light in the first 2, and she starts with an ace. Ace serve, Ariana Burns. Coach Hershey calls out the spot. Trying to get that serving down. Coach Hershey felt this could be one of his best serving teams. Roop with a tip, diving save. Great one hand by Buchers. The Tigers save it. In the middle, Frenzel picked up, and that one just short of the net. Frenzel with the kill. Only the second kill tonight for Frenzel. 2-1. We'll see if the Lumberjack try to switch up attackers a little bit. Both of these teams so solid defensively. A lot of points tonight are scored on mistakes, and that's going to be an ace serve for Nisler. Very light off the fingertips of Buchers, and right away we're tied at 2. But part of that isn't necessarily a bad thing that the points are being scored on errors. It's just these two teams are so good defensively, they keep the ball alive till you make a mistake. Coach Krenz even talked about that in the pregame. Nisler with another tough serve. Buchers from the back row, good swing on it. Nisler the bump. Roop on the left side, and that one into the net. Norman and Buchers were there. Tigers don't do a full celebration of a block because it really wasn't. Eveland in to serve for PRB. Tigers lead the match 2-1. We're in the fourth, 3-2 PRB. Eveland, good jump serve to Nisler. Anderson, the set, near side, going to be set across by Jovic. Johnson goes right side. It's Buchers with a tap. Nisler, good reaction time. Here's the center dump. Eveland is there for the cover. Johnson goes near side. Ella Dahl, shot deep, shot. Oh, they're going to say touched. The line judge on the back, he signaled a touch right away. I don't know about that, but that's the way that call is going to go. And now the captain, Margie Anderson, is talking with the platform official. They're questioning the tip. And the line judge is explaining what he saw and why he called the tip. And what it looked like to me is that he was saying that he felt that the trajectory of the ball changed a tad off the swing, and it felt like it nicked somebody. The call will stand. And the Tigers lead 4-2 on the kill for Ella Dahl. Evelyn to serve it up again. And this one rolls off the net. Nicely played by Roop. She'll get the set in the middle. Shot. Good night. Oh, man. Not much you can do about that one. Molly Roop got a great set on that one from Anderson. And that is number 13 on the night by my count for Molly Roop. Mama Guy back to serve. 4-3 Tigers in the fourth. Jump serve to Eveland. Back over to the Jacks. Anderson's going to go to Roop. Left side, right at the net. She had to adjust her body. Anderson didn't give her a clean set. Dahl will pop it over. Tigers can't do anything with it. In the middle, shot, dig by Eveland. Johnson to the middle. Buchers with a swing near side. Got it. 5-3. The Tigers defense has been pretty dang impressive. Back to serve is Buchers. Standing on the right side, student section on their feet. Short serve, Nisler, nice play. Right side, Roop, shot, dig, Buchers, Johnson. Ella Dahl left side, blocked, tipped by Bristow, tapped over, and that's going to be a carry. Tigers were there, just didn't get the clean tip on it, kept the fingers on it too long. Point for the Jacks. Roop back to serve. Tigers won the first and the third. Bemidji won the second. Roop with a sharp serve to Eveland. Johnson's bump set. Riley from the back row. Oh, that one dug out by Nisler. Quick set. Frank, too deep. 6-4. I wanted to call a kill for Caitlin Riley. Outstanding libero with over 1,000 digs. I was here for that match. She got it. Here's Eladal. Deep serve to Roop. Here's the pass. Roop from the back row. Shot. Got it. Right off the knuckles and down off of Eveland. 6-5 in favor of the Tigers. Aurora Frank back in. She's back to serve. Frank 3 out of 4 in set 3. Sends one too deep. Free point back to the Tigers. Back to back, not back to back. Another service. Aaron Norman into the front row for PRB. Callie Johnson back to serve. Johnson on that right side. Deep diving serve. Here's Jacobson on the left side. Dig by Dahl. Johnson to the left side. Burns, cross court. Nissler's there. Anderson pops it up. Roop with the shot tipped at the net. Riley one-hands it, and then diving towards the crowd was Johnson. Cannot save it. Give Roop the kill. Tigers diving all over the place tonight. 7-6 PRB. The crowd kind of subdued. Just very anxious, I think. Here's Johnson. Taps it over, and that's going to be an illegal attack by Callie Johnson. We're tied up at 7. That pass right at the top of the net. She did what she could, which wasn't much. And we're knotted up at 7 here in set 4. Bemidji trying to send us to the distance and get to game 5. Anderson ready. Sharp line serve, right to the back line. Johnson to Bristow, cross court. Anderson is there. Nissler, Roop from the back row. Dig, Riley. Here's the set to the left side. It's Burns, blocked at the net. Down, as that was off the net anyway. 3 straight for Bemidji, and the Jacks have an 8-7 lead. This is the grind. Here's the long serve, and that one on the line. Ace serve, Margie Anderson. That's one of those where you're looking at it and you watch it fall on the stripe. You just kind of throw your head back. If it's close, sometimes you're just better off playing it. Timeout, Pine River-Backus. We are in set number 4. Bemidji leads 9-7. Pine River-Backus leads the match 2-1. And we are in for a wild ride tonight. It's high school volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
9-7 Bemidji here in set number 4. Pine River-Backus football Friday night on Cash 95.9 at Staples Motley. Pregame set for 6:30. PRB volleyball at Black Duck on Thursday night. Not featured, but be a good one for the fans that head up there. Here's the serve by Margie Anderson. Trying to get on a big run again. Tigers trying to stop it. Bristow, Anderson, nice save at the net. Frenzel slaps it across off of Riley. Good hustle, Eladal, and Bristow will bump it over. Jacks with a good chance here. The set to the right side. Here's a shot by Jovic. Dig by Johnson into the rafters. Riley tracks it down, and Bristow sends it to the back line, and it falls in. Nissler and Roop with miscommunication. And kind of a gift kill sent over by the Tigers. It'll work. Bristow to serve. She's got an ace tonight. Short serve. Nissler running up on that one. Anderson to Jacobson on the right side. Tipped at the net. Good job by Burns. The set to the middle. Buchers tapped. Roop. Anderson. Jacobson left side. Blocked. Tipped across by Frenzel. At the net. Norman sends it over. Here's the set. Roop from the back row, blocked at the net, no touch. It's going to be a net hitting error, and we're tied up at 9. Sabika got a 3-0 win at Nevis tonight. Bristow, and that serve well short of the mark. And the error gives the Lumberjacks the lead at 10-9. Pemberton coming in. Just checking the area scoreboard, seeing what I can find. Back to serve Jordan Pemberton. Pemberton, mid-court serve. Good pass, Johnson, left side. Buchers blocked at the net. Bristol's there. Here's the set. This time it's Burns on the left side. That one through the block and good. 10-all. We're tied for the 4th time here in set 4. Tigers have the match lead 2-1. Back to serve is Burns, who just had the kill. To the near sideline to Pemberton. Anderson, Roop in the middle, shot. That one off of Bristow into the crowd. You're not going to track that one down. 11-10 Bemidji. Back to serve is the libero, Sammy Nisler. She has an ace in this set. And that's going to be another ace off of Burns. Riley will come in for Burns in the back row. Staples Motley in a battle with Barnesville, 2-2. That's the Friday opponent for the Tigers. Nisler with the tough serve. Here's the shot, right over to the far sideline to Roop. Here's the set. Roop on the left side, high off the block, and one of the Tigers was in the net. 3 straight for the Jacks. They lead at 13-10. And Nisler will head back to serve again. Nisler, a couple of dribbles. Sharp line serve to her libero counterpart. Here's Buchers in the middle, off the tip. Anderson's there. Nisler, Roop, left side, rolls it over. Bristow's there. Johnson, and that's a double hit. 14-10 Lumberjacks. So Bemidji won set 2 going away. Now trying to get on a roll here in set 4. Nisler with a deep serve. Here's the set. Dahl, left side, blocked. Bristow is there. The set to the middle. It's Buchers, far side. That one's good. Off the diving Nisler. 14-11. Evelyn will check in. She will head back to serve. Standing on that right side. Short jump serve. Nisler, great job just to keep that one alive. Free ball back to the Tigers. Johnson, the right side. Buchers off the tip, off of Nisler. What a diving dig by Sammy Nisler. Aladal on the left side. Nisler's there again. Anderson to Roop. Shot down. Good. Big time point for Bemidji. Sammy Nisler with a tremendous save on the far side. 15-11 Bemidji. Tigers lead the match 2-1. Mama Guy back to serve. Mama Guy runs up with the serve going near sideline. Evelyn and the Tigers 1, 2, 3 and over. Anderson goes left side to Roop, and she hammers one down on the left side. You're not going to get many stops on that one. Bemidji has scored 6 of the last 7. They lead 16-11. Mama Guy serving deep. Bristow. Johnson backpedaling. Middle. Buchers near side. Mama Guy digs. Anderson pushes. Johnson to the middle again to Buchers. Far side. Got it. 16-12. And Buchers will head back to serve for Pine River-Backus. Bemidji 16, PRB 12, set 4. Tigers would love to close this one out. Now a hustle play by Anderson, tipped by Roop. Pop back over, free ball back to the Jacks. Roop on the left side, shot near side and in. Well, Bemidji here in this fourth set, they're simply going to their heavy hitter, but now Molly Roop rotates to the back row. Roop with 8 kills in this fourth set alone. She had only 2 last set. She's back to serve, sends it. Oh, that would have been out. Evelyn played it, and Bristow on the third hit will just clear the net. Anderson winds, Riley with a dig, Johnson with hustle, and it's bumped by Bristow. Anderson, the set, the middle, tip, down. Mama Guy to Roop, rolls it across. Johnson, Bristow on the right side, off the block, back to the Tigers. Bukers to Dahl, and that one blocked, and that one saved by Bristow. Anderson, Roop in the back row, dig, Johnson, and Riley bumps it deep again. Roop, Anderson, Jacobson left side, shot, dig, Evelyn, no! Jacobson with the point. Another great rally, but Bemidji gets the benefit, 18-12. This is what both teams talk about, and they're talking about scrappy teams, by the way. Roop to serve. Midcourt to Evelyn. Johnson, left side. It's Bristow, hard, down, got it. 18-13, set 4. PRB with a 2-1 match lead. Ella Dahl back to serve. Dahl with a deep serve. Mama Guy on the line. Anderson. Roop from the back. Tipped. One-handed by Dahl. Johnson slaps it over. Anderson. Jacobson on the left side. Through the block and good. And that might be the hardest swing we've seen yet tonight by Nora Jacobson on that left side. Got a good set and was able to push that one through. Now Bemidji, as somebody slipped in the middle of the floor, they're going to take a quick time and just dry it up. It is a little warm in here tonight. Aurora Frank is back to serve for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. 19-13 Bemidji, set 4. Tigers won set 1, Bemidji won set 2, Tigers won set 3. Bemidji trying to force a 5th. Good battle here tonight. Now we're ready for play to resume. Aurora serving again to Ella Dahl. Good pass in the middle. Bristow hammers it off the blocker and good. Went high off the fingertips. 19-14. Norman in, Evelyn out for the Tigers. Johnson gonna serve it. 33 assists for Johnson and an ace serve. Callie Johnson with the ace. 19-15 Bemidji. Sets it up again. Goes after Mama Guy again. This time the pass is good. In the middle, Frenzel. Dig by Dahl. Riley, the high bump set. Burns sends it to the near sideline. Here's the set. Roop from the back row, and that one dug by Riley on the dive. Norman to Bristow, the tip on the far side. Here's the set. Frenzel again, and that one is good. Anna Frenzel. 20-15 Bemidji. Jovic in, Mama Guy out. And one of the toughest servers for the Jacks, Margie Anderson, back. She's got a couple of aces tonight. Dahl plays this one. Johnson, and then Riley bumps it over. Here's the set. Anderson in the middle. Frenzel, that one blocked. Cassidy Bristow. Block number 3 of the evening for the Tigers. Bemidji has 4 as a team on the night. 20-16. Bristow to serve. If you're Bemidji, trading points right now is okay. Tigers need a bit of a run. Bristow, Anderson Right side, Jacobson, high off the tip of Burns. Here's the bump set. It's going to be Burns. Left side, rolls it, tipped. Nistler with the dig. Anderson to Roop in the back row. Dig by Johnson. Tipped down by Frenzel. Johnson had it. It was on the free ball. And Frenzel had a very easy tap down on that one. 21-16 Lumberjacks. Pemberton in to serve. Hits that sharp liner to Burns. Good pass. Johnson goes left side. It's Buchers blocked at the net. Bristow picks it up. Norman to Burns on the left side. Blocked again. Riley. Burns a third time. Cross court. Nice save by Roop. The set to the near side. It's Jovic. Picked up by Johnson. Norman in the middle. Buchers through the block. Picked up by the Tigers. Anderson and Nistler will free pass it over. PRB, Johnson to the middle. It's Buchers, shot off the net. Diving in is Anderson. Nistler, good hustle, and brings it back to Roop. Bemidji hustling to get back into their spots. Burns on the left side, off the tip. What a save by Anderson. And Roop with a soft tap. Johnson to the middle. Buchers, shot, dig by Nistler. Anderson, Roop on the left side, dig by Bristow. Back to the Jacks. Anderson, Roop again, shot down and good. What a battle. Roop with the kill, 22-16 Bemidji. Oh, we've had some runs tonight, and I mean rallies. Timeout, Pine River-Backus. Set 4, Bemidji 22, Pine River-Backus 16. The Jacks trying to send it to 5. We'll be back after this on your liveevent.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Pine River-Backus High School. Devin Kruger here with you. Looking for those grins that Coach Hershey was talking about with the grind, with good competition. 22-16. Bemidji leading, trying to force a game 5. The first meeting I found in the history was 2019. Pine River-Backus won that match 3-2. They didn't play until last year. Bemidji swept on their home floor. Pemberton serves. Tigers go to the middle, and Norman is blocked by Frenzel. Third block for Frenzel, and she did a really nice job making sure she didn't overextend over the net. 23-16. Pemberton back to serve again. On the right side, line serve, near sideline to Dahl. Johnson, the high set, left side Buchers. That one dug out by Pemberton. Roop. How about Nistler with the attack into the net? It's tough to get up when you're 5'1". She tried. 23-17. And now, oh, hang on. We have a violation on the Tigers now. As it looks like Leah Eveland, who was coming in, and now Ariana Burns. So instead of a point for the Tigers, there was a rotation. It was a rotation violation in terms of the libero. And so 24-16, it is set point Bemidji. So Pemberton will be back to serve now for set point after it looked like the Tigers got a point. Here's the serve. The pass from Burns. Johnson right at the net, and she made contact with the net. We will go to the 5th set. The pass took Johnson to the net, and we will play 5 in Pine River tonight. Bemidji takes set 4, 25-16. And the first time for me in this 2024 season, we will go to a 5th and decisive set with the race 15. 2-2 in this match. Bemidji and Pine River-Backus on yourliveevent.com.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The PRB Boosters are...
We welcome you back as we are going to set number 5. Set 4 goes to Bemidji 25-16. Tigers had a 7-5 lead. Bemidji then turned with 4 straight to take a 9-7 advantage. Bemidji led 18-12. Tigers tried to come back, couldn't get within 4. Bemidji scored the last 5 points of that set to close it out, 25-16. Serving in the fourth set, 22-25 for the Jacks with 3 aces, 15 of 16 with 2 aces for the Tigers. So now the race to 15. Got to win by 2. There is a pattern here if you want to go that route. Tigers won sets 1 and 3. So the Tigers have had the odd number sets. Bemidji sets 2 and 4. Cassidy Bristow will start the serving here in set 5. Here we go. Short serve near sideline. Pemberton plays it. Anderson. Roop from the back. Nope, that one's off of Johnson and out of bounds. Roop with the kill. Point. Jacks. First time the Jacks have scored first, so that's one pattern broken tonight. And Nissler will head back to serve. Nissler was 5 for 5 with 2 aces in that fourth set. Sammy Nissler, the libero. Good serve, good pass. Left side, Buchers, cross court, off of Roop. Save, and Nissler will bump it across. Tigers, Johnson, back set. Norman on the shot. That one hit, and then on the third hit, sent over by Bristow. Anderson, quick set in the middle. Frank, and that one off of Riley and good. Aurora Frank with the kill. 2-0 Bemidji in set 5. Nisler will hold the serve. Don't want to get the Jacks too much big momentum. Stamina getting tested tonight in Pine River. And Nisler puts it into the net, her first error of the evening. Burns will head back to serve. 3 for 3 with an ace in the last set. 2-1 Jacks. Burns sharp liner to Roop. Anderson to Roop in the middle, and she crushes one on the near side. Well, again, Roop, we were told she's just coming back off an illness. She's looking pretty good. Again, is testing her stamina tonight. 3-1. Jacks, Mama Guy with the serve. High floater. Johnson goes left side. Eladol tipped at the net. Roop is there. Anderson going to go to Roop again. She winds. She fires. Dug by Dahl. The bump set. Burns from the back row. Deep. Nisler pops it short. Anderson, good save. Roop again. Down by Burns. And Burns could not quite get it. 4-1 Lumberjacks. Mama Guy serving to Buchers. Johnson tracks it down. Buchers from her heels. Mama Guy digs it out. Here's Roop again, left side, and that one is out. Misfire by Roop. 4-2. Set 5. Eveland back to serve. Evelyn sends one midcourt to Pemberton. Great pass. Quick set. Frank tips. Buchers was there, but nobody to save it. Frank gets her 8th kill tonight. 5-2 Lumberjacks. Jacobson into the front row. Postgame recap follows. Notes, numbers, and awards. We'll probably make it a little quick going 5 tonight. Roop serving for the Jacks. Evelyn the pass. Johnson comes left side. It's Dahl cross court. Jacobson's there. Back to Jacobson on the left side. Blocked. Tipped by Jacobson. Saved by Frank. And Roop bumps it deep. Riley. Johnson running left side. Tipped by Dahl at the net. Dahl free ball. And that one down off of Anderson. Ella Dahl's 4th kill tonight. 5-3. And Bemidji again wiping up a little sweat on the floor. Back to serve for PRB is Mimi Buchers. Buchers on that right side. Line drive shot to Roop. The set, Jacobson, left side swing, tipped at the net, saved by the Tigers. Buchers, Bristow powers it off the blockers. Nisler will bump set. Roop from the back row. Dig by Buchers. That one's going to be a free ball at the net. Off the net. Riley with a great save. Johnson, Bristow, tap, far side. Nisler diving in. Free ball. Dahl tipped. And that's going to be a double hit on Ella Dahl after Anderson battled with her at the net. Good battle by 2 solid players, but Anderson won that round. 6-3 Lumberjacks in the 5th. Aurora Frank to serve. Sharp line serve. Evelyn's pass over the net. Opportunity, Jacks. Jacobson, left side, puts it into the net. Lumberjacks cannot take advantage. Six, 4 Jacks in the 5th. Eladol serving. Sharp line serve to Roop. Anderson, Roop from the back row, tipped at the net. Evelyn one hands it, cannot keep it in. I have 25 kills for Molly Roop so far tonight. 7-4 Lumberjacks. Margie Anderson to serve. Sends one deep to the back row. That's going to be an ace serve off Eladol. Timeout, Pine River-Backus in the fifth. Winner take all. Bemidji has an 8-4 lead, and we have a break. Winner gets the victory. And both teams are going to be exhausted. It's 8-4 Jacks here in the fifth on yourliveevent.com.
Coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Devin Kruger back with you. What a match this has been, going the distance. Set 5. Pine River-Backus took sets 1 and 3. Bemidji took sets 2 and 4. Margie Anderson after the ace to Riley. Johnson in the middle. Bristow powers it through the block. Nissler, what a save, but then they're going to call the lift. Little too much from Frenzel. 8-5. Norman into the front row. Callie Johnson to serve. Again, notes, numbers, and awards all coming up afterwards. Here's the bump across. Tigers got to use it. Here's the set. Bristow left side off the block and out. Kill for Bristow. She's got a dozen. 8-6 Lumberjacks. Johnson serving. Sharp line serve. Ace serve. Callie Johnson. 3 in a row for the Tigers. It's 8-7 Jacks here in the fifth. What a time for an ace there. 8-7 Johnson serving again. That was her second ace tonight. On the right side, sends it to Nissler. Anderson gonna go to Roop in the back row. Dig, Dahl, and that one into the net off of Bristow. There's been a few of those tonight, just really, really close plays for an outstanding save, but then the second hit just not as clean. Pemberton back in to serve for Bemidji. 9-7 Jacks in the fifth. They played a 15, got to win by 2. This has been a ton of fun tonight for this crowd. Pemberton, jump serve, Dahl, the low pass, Norman. Tigers 1, 2, 3 and over. Here's Anderson, the set, Roop left side, that one blocked. Cassidy Bristow rejects it. 9-8, big momentum point for the Tigers. Back to serve is Bristow. On the right side, sends one deep and out. Didn't miss by a whole lot, but enough that Bemidji could easily make the call. Nissler back to serve. 10-8 in the fifth. Nissler's last serve was an error. This one's good. And that one right off the net, and an ace serve, Nissler. The pass a little too close. Johnson tried to play it off the net, but it just rolled off the bottom tape. 11-8 Bemidji. Again, first to 15 in the fifth. Long serve to Bristow. Tigers will have to free pass it over again. Jacks want to use it. They're going to go to Roop. Who else? Left side. Yeah. Yep, just like that. Bemidji's back up by 4. Timeout, Pine River-Backus. Bemidji's 3 points away from grabbing the win on the road and back-to-back wins over the Tigers. We are in the fifth. Lumberjacks lead it 12-8 as we return after this on yourliveevent.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Back with you in the fifth here in Pine River. Bemidji from Section 8, Class 4A. They were the section runners-up last year. Pine River-Backus went to state back-to-back trips out of Section 5, Class A. They are battling very evenly for the most part tonight. Nisler is serving out of the timeout. Jacks lead 12-8. Tigers need a point. Buchers left side, cross court. Roop is there. Anderson near side to Jovic. Dug out by Johnson. Norman taps it across. Anderson to Roop on the left side. She swings, blocked, tipped back over. Roop, free ball at the net. Burns bumps it high. Johnson to Burns on the left side, sends it deep to Pemberton. Anderson running around to play to Roop. Burns with a one-handed save, but Buchers can't get to it. Margie Anderson had to just barely squeak by Aurora Frank to get that set up, and she gets the assist. 13-8 Jacks. Nisler to serve it. Line drive serve to Burns, low pass. In the middle, it's Norman, far side Nisler. Jacks picking everything up. Here's Frank, and that one's good in the back line. Tigers were not anticipating that set to Aurora Frank, and that was an excellent decision by Anderson. Match point Jacks, 14-8. And the Tigers now have to rattle a whole bunch off in a row, or else the Jacks are going to get out of here with a win. Nisler serving it. Deep serve, out. Gives a freebie to Pine River-Backus, but still match point for the Jacks. Burns into the back row to serve. Burns behind the service line to serve. 14-9. Short floater. Anderson to the middle. It's Roop. It's blocked, and it is out. They're going to say it was out. Coach Hershey's not arguing it. He saw it pretty well. Roop will get the kill, and Bemidji will get the win. What a fun one here tonight. The Lumberjacks get the victory, 15-9 in the fifth set. Bemidji goes to 8-4 on the year. Pine River-Backus drops to 10-5. But this was a battle, and it is a fun one. The recap is coming up next with the post-game notes, numbers, and awards after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hanakin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hanakin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hanakin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hanakin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HanakinInsurance.com. Let Hanakin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
Welcome back. It is a final as the Bemidji Lumberjacks get the victory 3-2 here against Pine River-Backus. What a matchup this was tonight. Pine River-Backus took set 1, 25-20. Bemidji took set 2, 25-11. PRB takes set 3, 25-23. Bemidji comes back, gets set 4, 25-16, and then gets the victory in set 5, 15-9. In that fifth set, Bemidji scored first for the first time tonight and never let it go. Led 4-1 early, led 8-4. Tigers got within 1 at 9-8. But then 5 straight points put Bemidji in prime position to close the match out, which they did, 15-9. In the fifth set, 12 of 14 serving for Bemidji with 2 aces. And for Pine River-Backus, in that fifth set, let's see, I actually didn't count it up. 3, 6, 10. They were 9 of 10 with an ace. Overall for the night, looking at the stats, I had 6 aces for the Tigers, 6 aces for the Jacks, 5 ace blocks for the Jacks, 4 for the Tigers. Individually, Molly Roop, 28 kills for the Lumberjacks. Sammy Nisler had some assists, had 3 aces. Margie Anderson, the setter, 37 assists, 3 kills, and she had 2 ace serves. She was perfect from the service line. She had an outstanding night, the senior setter for the Jacks. Aurora Frank had 10 kills, 4 kills, 3 blocks for Anna Frenzel, 3 kills and 2 blocks for Nora Jacobson for the Lumberjacks, who go to 8-4 on the season. For Pine River-Backus, 13 kills for Mimi Bukers, 34 assists for Kaylee Johnson. Cassie Bristow with 12 kills, 3 blocks, and an ace. Johnson had a couple of aces. Elladall, 4 kills and 2 aces. 6 kills for Ariana Burns with an ace as well. So that's your recap of the numbers. This was a sensational match. And there was at a point where I was thinking to myself, an awful lot of these points are being scored on errors. They're being scored on mistakes from the other team. But the flip side of it is, when we saw it on display, both of these teams incredible defensively, and I mean it. Both teams had sprawl out, complete disregard for your own safety, laying it all out on the line, saves for a non-conference, non-section matchup. But just with this matchup, and Coach Krenz talked about, she loves because they have trouble filling out the schedule. So playing some smaller schools, she's totally fine with when they give your team good competition, and she knows Pine River-Backus is going to give Bemidji some really good competition. For Josh Hershey, he said he wanted the challenge. He loves this game on the schedule because of the challenge it presents. And his girls battled and worked extremely hard, just like we always see. There's always going to be some plays. There's always going to be some shots. There's always going to be some serves that you would like to take back. Maybe weren't as clean as you'd like. But the bottom line is these two teams put on a great show tonight, and it was a ton of fun to watch. Bemidji gets the win 3-2. Postgame interviews and the awards still to come as you're watching high school volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time. Serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on yourliveevent.com.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
And we are back on the post-game recap as Bemidji gets the win 3-2 as we're talking with our Pine River Family Market star of the game for tonight for the PRB Tigers. Of course, Pine River Family Market, where you can find it all. Still enjoy the hometown atmosphere. Remember, every Wednesday, gallons of milk are $2 for $6. Head to Pine River Family Market, and they got curbside delivery and everything. Tonight's star of the game for the PRB Tigers, I'm going to go with Mimi Buchers, 13 kills. Mimi, this was a battle tonight. You got a big smile on your face. You girls gave it your all. What was it like out there?
It was fun. It was a fun battle. Good to be here. Good to be back. It was a fun game.
I know you missed a few matches because of illness. When you're away like that for almost a little extended period of time, like, was there anything you could do to stay a part of the team, or at least kind of know what they were working on?
Yeah, I was watching every game I could, and then texting all my teammates, wanting updates on every game. So, yeah.
So back on the floor tonight, taking on this Bemidji team. It just was such a fun roller coaster ride. What were the conversations like between you players as this match was going on and you're just grinding out there?
Yeah, we were just talking about energy, having energy on every point, no matter the outcome, just wanting energy for everything to keep us going.
It's not very often that you get to go up against a hitter like Molly Roop. When she's going up, what are you thinking? What are you looking for to try to get a piece of that?
We're just looking for 4 hands up on every time she hit. Yeah, that was really it. Just trying to be there with her every single time, looking to get a block, I guess.
Coach Hershey was talking to me in the pregame, and I'll ask him kind of the same question, but when I asked him about this particular game and what it's like having it on the schedule, you have a 4A team, you bring them to your gym, and he talked about it's really for that challenge and to really push you girls. And he also talked about being able to take timeouts where everybody's grinning and everybody's just having fun, grinding out a great match. Was that the feeling you guys got tonight?
I think for the most part that was the feeling, coming out of the game on a good timeout. After a good kill or something, it was really, really good energy, really fun. Yeah.
You've got another big one coming up Thursday at Black Duck. What, Mimi, do you think a match like this, what's maybe one of the key things that you can think of that you want to take out of this match to keep this Tigers team improving now as you go forward?
I would just say our energy, keep it up on every point. That's really needed for us.
Well, it was a ton of fun to be here. Congratulations on a very tough and a very well-played match.
Thank you.
Mimi Buchers is our Pine River Family Market star of the game. We'll take a very short break. We've got coach interviews coming up next as Bemidji gets the 5-set win tonight on yourliveevent.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
And we're back here on yourliveevent.com as Josh Hershey, head coach for the Tigers, joins us. In the pregame, Josh, you talked about this matchup and how it's great to have this type of a challenge. Obviously, you knew what Roop was bringing from the hitting standpoint. And you talked about grinding. You go 5 sets tonight, and it definitely was a grind. There were some really fun rallies. I thought it was a very entertaining game. Obviously, you have to look at it from a different point of angle from the coaches, from your coaching standpoint, but what stood out to you as your girls battled this team for 5 sets?
Yeah, no, they battled hard, and that's kind of what we expect around here, to be honest with you. So, but it was good to have somewhat of some continuity on the floor again, and see the girls play together. And so, hopefully we'll go back and get back to the drawing board tomorrow and, get ready for Thursday.
And it's always one where, you take the loss, and, with losses there's always a little bit of salt there, but you took 2 sets, and the 2 sets that you won were kind of those grinders, I feel, that you were talking about, because they were right down to the wire, 25-20 in the first, 25-23. Was that those types of battles that you were talking about wanting, in terms of the girls are having fun, battling, and it's coming down to those final points?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. When you have that team down here, you hope it's going to be like that, and it was. Hopefully that game will help us in the future. Right now it stinks a little bit. Felt like some of the girls played well enough to win, and a few of the girls didn't play great, that's for sure. And it takes an entire team effort, the entire length of the match to get it done, and unfortunately we came up a little bit short.
When you're going, especially because I think one of the things that it hit me when we went to the 5th, this is the first game I've called all year that went 5 sets. When you get that test of the stamina, and that's when that mental, the mental focus really comes in. Regardless of the result, the 5th set, Bemidji had that little run at the end, but was it good from your standpoint to also have that and experience it, of having that 5-setter and have it, some tough sledding throughout it?
Yeah, I think so. There were a few of the girls, though, that, we've got to get better at controlling what we can control in the mental part of the game. When you're down, it doesn't matter. Try to play every point as its own point. That's what we've tried to pride ourselves on through the years here, and we got a couple girls trying to learn that. But I don't know that we're all the way there yet. I'm not saying that was the difference, but those are little things you notice as a coach when you go 5 games like this. Some of the girls, they're at 12. Well, they need 3 more. You're okay. Just worry about the next thing. And sure enough, some of our fundamentals on a few of those points kind of hurt us. So.
Let's flip it to a positive side, because it is all about the growth. You knew some of the big swingers that Bemidji had, obviously Roop and what she brings to the table. Your girls got some good swings. You had some amazing pickups of swings off the back row. What were a couple of things that stood out to you as good things to build on in terms of game execution on the floor?
Yeah, there were pretty good stretches of serve receive from deep that were pretty good. And so hopefully we build on that. And for whatever reason, that seems to be the game plan. The scouting report on PRB is try to shove us back. And so I thought our side passing at times was good. Unfortunately, down the stretch there at the end, we got blown. Our platforms came apart. They were behind us. You can't pass like that. So anyway, but I thought that was pretty good. I thought Mims played pretty well. She hasn't been back for very long. And so, that's encouraging. We're trying to fix a little hitch in her approach, and hopefully she's going to get even better. But, she played well up there. And so, anyway, Caitlin Riley, obviously, she's a grinder. She's not afraid to get on the floor. And so it's fun.
Bruises, probably.
Yeah, for sure. It's fun to see her play. And, so anyway, hopefully we can go, just credit to them. They made a lot of plays, So, it wasn't just their hitting. They made a lot of digs that were crucial, and they played well.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Obviously, a couple of big ones here. You've got a very busy week with some big. This is a big stretch for PRB. Bemidji tonight at Black Duck. You're both undefeated in the conference. Staples Motley's really solid this year. You have them Friday. So yeah, you're definitely going to learn what you need and have some big time competition this week, which will be good for building for next the future weeks coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great week for us. I'll have to try to watch our legs a little bit tomorrow for sure, and just have a short but efficient practice, and we'll go hopefully have fun Thursday on the road, and then Friday, if we treat it like we should treat it, with a whole bunch of hundreds of students yelling at us, to me that's fun. I hope it is fun.
Yeah, I hope so too. Good luck the rest of the way, and obviously we'll talk to you again soon. But this one, I thought this was a ton of fun tonight as well. Josh, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you bet, Devin. Thanks for being here.
Josh Hershey, head coach for the Tigers. Another quick timeout. We'll talk with the head coach for Bemidji when we return, and we'll get the post-game awards all wrapped up as well on yourliveevent.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
And we are back as Bemidji gets the win 3-2 over Pine River-Backus. As joining us now is Alicia Krenz, head coach for Bemidji. What a battle here in Pine River tonight. You talked in the pregame about why you love this matchup. Yep. We saw some amazing rallies. We saw both teams pick up balls that were incredible. What stood out to you with the Jacks coming out with the win?
I feel like our blocking, that was the one thing that really turned it on. And just their grit at the end. A group of seniors that know how to finish out a match is huge. So, but like we talked about, like this match was going to be tough, and I knew it. I knew that it was going to be a battle. It was going to be a battle of our defenses and what we can handle, and like it was awesome. That was a great match.
You know, one thing about a team like yours and all the years I've covered volleyball is, you know, you have somebody like Roop where if you absolutely need that point, pretty much the whole gym knows where it's going. Yeah. But then I thought, especially in the fourth and fifth set, I thought even though Aurora Frank didn't light up the scoreboard, I thought she had key kills at key moments. Is that part of the design through the coaching staff? Is it a little bit of Margie controlling the offense on the floor? Because I thought the timeliness of some of those other points is also what really built your team. Yeah, that's been something that we've been working on in our gym, is when to set who at which points in a match. You know, when you're up by 5 points, you know, like we have a little bit of wiggle room, so we can make some of those other choices, and then it's like set Anna, then set Sage, then set Aurora, then we go to Molly on the outside, you know. We have a little bit more to mix it up. But I do think Margie did a great job. I mean, right in the fifth set, jump set, and everybody thought it was going to Molly. Aurora didn't have any blockers up, and she went and pounded it. That's the stuff we're looking for, and the more that we implement that and aren't afraid to try those things that we're not used to, hopefully we'll see more of that. One thing that's also fun that stands out about this type of match is that the serving for both teams is so tough that it really challenges your serve-receive. Overall, how did you feel the Jacks did? I think we did okay. We still passed above a 2.0, which I was happy with. I do think we had a slow start with our serve-receive and had a few little like lapses of, you know, just not moving our feet. And we talked about in the fifth set, like doing the little things, because that's what's going to make that last set, you know, short game, got to find a way to win, and doing those little things, making sure we're just meeting the ball in the middle of our body, making sure that we're reaching high on our swing, that kind of stuff. So I think they really picked it up as the match went on. When you go to the fifth, and I didn't look that close to your schedule through your other matches, but I know with Pine River-Backus, they don't always have a whole lot of 5-set matches through the season. What's the biggest benefit you see of a match like this for your girls going forward, where they really have to test stamina, test mental toughness, test everything when they're grinding for 5 sets? I think it's huge. Like, we have not had any 5-setters either. And so this was a true mental challenge. And with a lot of our girls being, you know, coming off of sicknesses and things like that, it really makes, you know, them really dig deep, see that resilience, that grit that they have to play a match like this in 5. Outstanding win, a ton of fun down here. Obviously, for our group, we don't get a chance to cover Bemidji any other time, so it was a pleasure to meet you and see your squad on the floor. We wish you the best of luck. Yeah, thank you. Good luck to you guys, too. That's Alicia Krenz, head coach for Bemidji, who gets the win 3-2. We'll take one short break, because I'm going to hook Alicia up with the player post-game awards so they can get on the bus and get going, and then I'll do a very quick recap with our award winners when we come back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River-Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
And we're back here on yourliveevent.com as this one was supposed to be on radio, so I am awarding a big deal for tonight's game, and that is brought to you by a host of area businesses for the Lakes area, including Von Hansen's Meat Market in Baxter, Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd, Donlinger Automotive in Brainerd, BigDealAuctions.com, Cuyuna Regional Medical Center, Tykes Carpet Castle in Brainerd, Shannon's Auto Body in Brainerd, Liljenquist Sewer and Excavating out of Aiken, Atwater Chevrolet GMC in Aiken, Riverwood Healthcare Center, the Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, and W.W. Thompson Concrete Products of Brainerd. Our big deal tonight is going to go to the senior center, Margie Anderson for the Lumberjacks. Again, thought she just commanded the offense very, very well. Had a block, had a couple of really nice center dump kills. She had a couple of amazing digs. I mean, with 5 sets, a lot of players do an awful lot of things. And I thought, obviously, one of the keys was her serving. Her serving was extremely tough. The Tigers had certain stances where they had trouble handling those serves, and so she is the big deal for tonight's game. Our other award, of course, is the Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game. And for Enbridge, they'd like to thank everyone for supporting the Line 3 replacement project. Construction is complete on the new and safer pipeline that delivers the North American energy that we rely on every day, and it's not possible without the support and hard work of thousands of people. The Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game for Bemidji. I'm going to go with the 5'8" middle blocker, Aurora Frank. And yes, I know that Molly Roop had an outstanding game, and she should, and she gets a lot of accolades. But it's like I pointed out with head coach Krenz. I just thought with Aurora, I thought she just had some really key, timely points for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. She ended up in double-digit kills with 10, and she was I felt she was very, very solid all around. And when both coaches, they always talk about energy, right? They're always talking about high energy coming up, and I saw her lots of times picking up teammates and, really helping control, and the girls did it as a team. And this was an awful, awful lot of fun tonight. Bemidji gets the win 3-2. Pine River-Backus took set 1 25-20. Bemidji took set 2 25-11. Pine River-Backus set 3 25-23. Bemidji set 4 25-16. And Bemidji set 5 15-9. The Lumberjacks go to 8-4 on the year, while the Tigers fall to 10-5. That's going to wrap up our broadcast as we thank everybody for tuning in. Of course, our coverage is not possible without the great advertisers and sponsors that you see and hear throughout the game broadcast. From all of us at yourliveevent.com, I'm Devin Kruger. Let's do this again.